Welcome to the 2022 Senior Honors Recognition and the announcement of the local scholarship winners. We are celebrating the class of 2022. We would like to thank the scholarship and award donors for their efforts collecting, reviewing, and selecting the winners through this platform. Thank you to each and every scholarship donor for investing your time and dedicating your efforts on behalf of the class of 2022. Your commitment and investment in our students is greatly appreciated. These scholarships total over $50,000. Before we start the presentation of the unannounced local scholarships, I would like to introduce to you the first of three speakers, your salutatorian, Sean Plunkett.
First of all, many of you know me, but I'm sure some of you don't. So I am Sean Plunkett, the salutatorian of this year's 2022 graduating class. I want to begin with giving my largest thank you to my mom and my dad for being there when I needed them the most, to help push me when I was lacking the self-motivation, and to irritated me on the days I needed humbling. My next biggest shout out is to my friends that have made my 4 years in this school and this district great. They made my journey from neighboring district Fenton seamless to begin my career at Linden High School. Lastly, I want to thank every single staff member at the high school. You all make this school a positive learning environment, but you also make this a socially welcoming place for it to be. And for that, a general thanks from our class. Now, I want to continue by congratulating all of my fellow classmates for finishing their train wreck of a high school experience and doing it with a smile on their faces. One of my favorite things about this group is their ability to make any one person smile in a hard time. I think this graduating class has that rare, unique ability to challenge any hard times and flip them into great ones. Now, without sounding completely repetitive of the upcoming great speeches you're going to hear at graduation, I would like to challenge all 196 of you graduating to never bring up the negatives that have come from our high school experience. I don't care if it was failing a test, losing a game, hating a teacher, or the dreaded C word. I want you all to flip those negatives right into fun learning experiences. No one needs to know about the regrets that you have and the hatred you might have towards that one teacher. But what they do truly care about is why your high school experience was the best time of your childhood. If it's the Friday night lights or beating Fenton 8 times in a row on the hardwood, just seeing your best friends every single day. Now, I digress about what I truly wanted to advocate about, and I know these last years of our life have been hard, stressful, devastating, and even life-changing to the point at crying at night or screaming in rage. I want to tell you guys about a quick story that happened to me a while back, but still sticks with me and changes the way I think about a lot of things. One day in Mr. Lander's class, he asked me how I was doing, probably because I looked down or you could tell I was having a rough day. And of course, I responded with my good or fine or even my usual fantastic. But he stopped me and asked me, how are you really doing? And that made me think. He isn't just asking me how I am doing as hallway talk or basic courtesy, but he genuinely cared about the way that I felt and what was bothering me. So now, whenever I ask someone who I care about how they're doing, I always ask the second question because that prompts their brain to say, he really cares about me. And with all that being said, I want to openly invite not only any of the 196 of you in my class, but every person watching from age 1 to 100 to reach out to me if you're having a rough time or need someone to talk to. I know that feeling of never having someone to talk to, and I don't ever want anyone to feel that way ever again. I don't care if you're my best friend, worst enemy, or even a mere ghost to me. Reach out, please, because I will help you, and if I can't, I sure find someone who can. With all that being said, I just want to repeat by saying congratulations to this year's graduating class on their hard-fought journey through the treacherous 4 years it has been. And I wish all of you the best of luck on your upcoming endeavors, and I know all of you will be great.
Next is the Michigan Competitive Scholarship. This award is based on a student's qualifying SAT score of at least 1,200. Applicants must also file for free application for federal student aid.
Introducing the President of the Student Council, Kendall Miller.
Hello, I want to begin by saying a huge thank you to my parents for never making any dream feel too big, my siblings for being my greatest role models, and my best friends when you want it to be, and all of my family and friends for cheering me on along the way. To all the teachers, coaches, administrators, and Linden staff, thank you for being our mentors and helping us succeed as students and people. Not only have you impacted each and every one of our lives, but have continued to further our education through a pandemic. Thank you to my classmates, the classes before us, and the classes after us for making these past 4 years so memorable, especially the last day of school. And last but surely not least, I give thanks to God. I wouldn't be the person and student I am today without any of the people who have stood beside me every step of the way. So thank you. On the last day of school, Dr. George made sure that everyone in our AP English class heard and understood that we are the future and that she has faith in us. I can confidently say that I do too. The class of 2022 has been climbing a mountain ever since we stepped into school. The most unfamiliar terrain began in March 2020, the end of our sophomore year. We were forced to slow down our pace and look at our surroundings differently. Then junior year approached us and had a difficult time keeping a constant pace. We started off the year learning 100% online, then hybrid, back to online, and finally we made it back in person 4 days a week to finish the year. August 2021 marked the start of the final stretch. Senior year was a sprint to the top of the mountain with a short break here and there. In the blink of an eye, we are just a step away from completing the climb. Through the years, it felt like the mountain grew steeper as we were faced with challenges that may cause us to fall short of the high expectations we set for ourselves. Like a bad grade, a lousy performance in your sport, a negative attitude, not getting along with your peers, uncooperative group projects, the list goes on and on. Our class was faced with a very unusual high school experience, from learning online to missing sporting events and school dances. However, being able to overcome the challenges we faced in these past 4 years is going to become our greatest advantage in life. Our resilience, determination, and courage that we develop from conquering those obstacles will help us every day from now on. We will continue to grow from life's trials and use them to our advantage. I have no doubts that the class of 2022 will impact our future tremendously. Any one of us could have easily lost our balance and stumbled back down, but we didn't. We made it and we grew along the way. Congratulations to the class of 2022.
The President's Award for Educational Excellence. This award is based on a minimum 3.5 grade point average of 7 semesters of high school. The student must also have achieved the 85th percentile in math or reading on the SAT test.
Introducing the Vice President of the Linden Board of Education, Scott Maker.
It is an honor to speak to the class of 2022 on behalf of the entire Board of Education on such an important evening as we recognize the accomplishments of our graduating seniors. I feel privileged to share in this celebration and applaud all of your accomplishments. Honors Night is important because we are taking a snapshot of your performance from the past 4 years and using this opportunity to recognize superior achievement. Tonight, we'll recognize many of your classmates for their outstanding academic accomplishments. But I remind each one of you to gauge your high school experience with your own measurement of success. You will find that life isn't based on a 4-point scale, and sometimes true success isn't easily measured. Keep that in perspective. As Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson said, put in the work, put in the hours. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong quote. The Rock said, quote, success isn't always about greatness. It's about consistency. Consistent hard work leads to success, and greatness will come, unquote. Now everyone knows The Rock from his wrestling and acting careers, but most of you wouldn't know that he was an elite college athlete. As a defensive lineman for the NCAA national champion Miami Hurricanes in 1991, he was overshadowed by the future NFL Hall of Famer, the great Warren Sapp. Now, if I asked 100 people today to identify The Rock or Warren Sapp, I'd guess The Rock would win by a landslide. But in 1991 on that Hurricanes team, in that snapshot in time, hands down the results would have been quite different. So do we measure success and achievement by 1991 standards or today's? We have to keep that in perspective. Life presents numerous challenges and events, setting up the opportunities to follow. I believe there are few moments in a person's life more important than where you find yourself today. For 13 years, you've been nurtured in an environment with defined boundaries and clear expectations, a dedicated professional staff guiding your way. These past several years at Linden High School have been challenges with COVID-19 and the pandemic, but you've persevered and succeeded. Look where you've been, where you are now, and where you want to go. Apply the consistent hard work needed to succeed and keep the results in perspective. Stephen Hawking, the Nobel Prize-winning physicist, said, quote, however difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at, unquote. Those are the words of an accomplished scientist and author, but also a man who lived his entire adult life physically debilitated by Lou Gehrig's disease from the age of 21 until his death at 76. Regardless of life circumstances, you can all find something that fulfills you and that you can succeed at. After 4 years here at Linden High School, I believe part of your heritage as an Eagle is embodied in each of your classmates. You are products of your environment and social interactions. Your lives are intertwined threads, no single strand as strong as the braided cord. Whether you realize it or not, each of you has played a part in the collective achievements of the class of 2022. As we honor your classmates tonight, celebrate their success as part of your legacy as well. As alumni of Linden High School, this too is part of your heritage. God bless you, class of 2022. We wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors.
Third-year academic award winners. second-year academic award winners. The first of our local scholarships, offering $250. The Linden Robotics Scholarship. Two $250 scholarships. The first winner,
Ella Lamoth.
and the second recipient.
Delaney Miller.
The Scholar Athlete Award. This award goes to senior athletes with a GPA of 3.5 or higher.
Local scholarships offering $500.
The Administration Office Scholarship. Two $500 scholarships. The first winner,
Ella Lamoth.
the second recipient,
Delaney Miller.
The Linden Athletic Boosters Scholarship. 4 $500 scholarships. The first winner,
Ella Lamoth.
the second recipient,
River Mextroth.
the third recipient,
Brendan Sin.
And the final winner.
Caitlin Straub.
The Linden High School Casual Dress Scholarship. 3 $500 scholarships. The first winner,
Caitlin Draper.
the second recipient,
Kendall Miller.
and the final winner.
Lex Quinlan.
The Linden Music Booster Scholarship. 1 $500 scholarship. The winner.
Sarah Christian.
The State Bank Scholarship. 1 $500 scholarship. The winner.
Brooke Gall.
The Hope Lutheran's Church Scholarship. 1 $500 scholarship. The winner.
Caitlin Straub.
The Bill Hall Scholarship. 1 $500 scholarship. The winner.
River Mextroth.
The Dale Cudworth Memorial Scholarship. 1 $500 scholarship. The winner,
Allison Kelly.
The Linden Education Association Scholarship. 1 $500 scholarship. The winner.
Kendall Miller.
The Linden Community Schools K-5 Elementary Scholarship. There will be 1 $500 scholarship. The winner.
Sarah Christian.
The Greater Flint Bowling Proprietors Association Scholarship. 2 $500 scholarships. The first winner.
Alyssa Brooks.
The second recipient.
Brendan Sin.
The Triple Threat Award. This is awarded to seniors involved in 3 sports in high school.
local scholarships offering $1,000.
The Service Above Self-Award Rotary Club. 1 $1,000 scholarship. The winner,
Emma Hogan.
The Manor Scholarship. 1 $1,000 scholarship. The winner?
Ashton Howard.
The Jennifer L. LaRoque Memorial Scholarship. 1 $1,000 scholarship. The winner,
Alexia Pierzynski.
The Lacey Catherine Kerner Memorial Scholarship. 2 $1,000 scholarships. The first recipient,
Caitlin Draper.
the second recipient,
Ella Lamoth.
the Mary Hike Scholarship from Linden Masonic Lodge. 2 $1,000 scholarships. The first recipient,
Adelia Carr.
the second recipient,
Allison Kelly.
The Cliff Totsky Memorial Scholarship. 1 $1,000 scholarship. The recipient,
Brooke Durkak.
The Order of the Eastern Star.
Linden Chapter number 175 scholarship. 1 $1,000 scholarship. The recipient,
Alexia Pierzynski.
Senior Scholar Award. The Senior Scholar Award is based on a cumulative GPA and SAT test scores.
Local scholarships offering $1,500 and up.
the Kiwanis Scholarship. There will be 3 $1,500 scholarships. The first recipient,
Caitlin Draper.
the second recipient,
Ella Lamoth.
and the final winner.
McKenna Mahakian.
The Helen Gilbert Memorial Scholarship, one $1,500 scholarship. The recipient,
Kendall Miller.
The Fenton Regional Chamber of Commerce Scholarship. One $2,000 scholarship. And the winner?
Lucas McNamara.
The Van Gilder Family Scholarship. There will be two $2,500 scholarship. The first recipient,
Aaron O'Toole.
the second recipient,
Kelly Wicknich.
The top graduate students with a 4.0 GPA or higher.
The class of 2022 foreign exchange students. From France, Valentine Gerardo. From Spain, Berta Villamas. The following class of 2022 students earned the distinction of being inducted into the Linden High School Academic Hall of Fame. Their induction was based on highly competitive academic requirements that included grade point average, school day SAT score, AP classes taken, and the subsequent average of their AP test scores. Congratulations to the following 5 Class of 2022 graduates. Miles Ashelman, Nicholas Eaton, Ashton Howard, Lucas McNamara, Gavin Notter, These 5 students will have a plaque hung in Linden High School's Academic Hall of Fame to inspire future students to strive for academic excellence. Congratulations to Miles, Nick, Ashton, Lucas, and Gavin.
Local scholarships offering $10,000. The William F. Close Memorial Scholarship. There will be 1 scholarship totaling $10,000. The winner?
Keegan McNamara. This concludes our local scholarship and awards ceremony. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate our 2022 award winners and graduates.